This is Alan Farley from FX Empire. Let's take a look at this week's best stocks, cryptos, and ETFs to watch. First up is Nike, which reports earnings on Monday. Nike broke out right around here in June of 2021, got up to about 175 and pulled back to the 200-day moving average. Returned to the high in November, broke out for just about 2 sessions before failing the breakout, then testing the failed breakout and heading lower. If you take a look down here at on balance volume, you can see that starting about November 5th, we have a ton of distribution going on with volume. That's investors jumping ship and getting out of the way. Now that's starting to accelerate a little bit. We have pro sports cancellations and delays as a result of the COVID and result of Omicron in the United States. And it's very possible that the Super Bowl and playoffs will be disrupted come January. So it's going to be very interesting to see the reaction to Nike, especially with these headwinds on the horizon. Taking another look forward, let's take a look at the SPY. Well, the SPY doesn't look like anything's happening, but we have this breakout above the September high right here, about 450. We have a test of that high in at the beginning of December. Then we have an attempt to break out, which has also failed, coming back to the 50-day moving average. Now, the real fulcrum of this is going to be this lows right down here. If we break the 450 level, we're going to probably head to 430 and perhaps even lower. Now, a lot depends on the course of Omicron, but it's very possible that a lot of folks will be calling in sick in January and perhaps even February, and that could cause a lot of disruptions. That could cause a lot of damage to investor sentiment, also aggravate already disrupted supply chains. So you really have to watch out to see if the big indices become very good short sales in coming weeks. Micron reports earnings this week, and Micron's a very interesting story. It came back up here to the 2000 high, right around 97. This black line came right back to it in April and sold off, creating this sort of very massive double top. As you can see, I have a bunch of lower highs and lower lows into October, and then it broke this trend line of lower highs right here in November, shot up to between the 618 and 712 retracement. It's consolidating. Now take a look at on balance volume right here. As you can see, it has not been an opportunity for the stock for investors to get out. Rather, we have more investors coming in. Now the company reports earnings in Monday's post market, and I think it could make some leeway here, perhaps getting up to the mid to upper 80s. That might be it, however, because of Omicron, the potential for more supply disruptions in the chip sector, it may not be a time that Micron's going to go and test its high up here in the 90s. Okay, let's take a look at Shiba coin, Shiba Inu. Now, as we can see, the stock bottomed out right here in September, ticked higher and then exploded higher in October in these two big waves up to about the 90, we'll take off the zeros and call it the 90 level. Now, it's been pulling back since that time, came to the 50-day moving average, broke it, tested it, broke it, came to the 618 retracement and the November lows, broke it right on this bar. Now, it's been drifting within the trading range of this single bar for the last 3 weeks. In turn, I think we have sell stops developing right below this spot here, which is 2909. If we break that level, I think we're going to very rapidly descend to the 786 retracement down around 23, perhaps as low as 20. Next up is, let's see, I guess GIS, yeah. General Mills, which is a food production stock. Now, as you can see, this is very, very nice. General Mills broke out just last week. It cleared the August 2020 high. It cleared the May 2021 high. And then right at the end of the week, it reversed and started to pull back. Well, General Mills reports earnings ahead of Tuesday's opening bell. This is a high dividend payer. It pays a 3.02 dividend, and all sorts of dividend stocks had very good weeks last week. And a flight to safety. We saw it in beverages. We saw it in food stocks. We saw it in some of the utilities. Now, it's very possible that a pullback here after earnings or during earnings, perhaps to the $65 level, could offer a very nice buying opportunity as this flight to safety continues into the first quarter.